You desire a new year. The shame, the guilt, the pain, the anger, all the negative things that you experienced this past year, you have to let them go. You have to release it. You have to release it because you can carry a heavy and dense energy into a new year. If you want to have a beautiful year, you have to do an energetic cleansing. And the energetic cleansing is about releasing all the things that no longer serve you. The friends, the people, the emotions, the anger you feel towards the things you did and didn't do this past year, you can't carry that into the new year. We need you to be squeaky clean. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the inner work that you need to do to start your new year on a clean slate, energetic shift that you need to do to set yourself up internally on the inside for a new year. And this is how you're going to open up yourself and be ready for the beautiful things that are to come in this new year. Sit down, light your candles, and be in a good mood. Go to the pool. Be in an environment where you're going to be present and that feels safe, where you can cry, you can scream, you can be by yourself and do all of this inner work to set yourself up for a new year. I tell you, if you do this, next year you're going to come back and give me feedback. And you're going to come back and tell me, oh my God, this completely changed my life. And as you do this to end your new old year and begin your new year, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, if you have any question. And as always, share and go click and watch other inner work videos to transform your life. I'm so happy you're here. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to transition into a new thing, a new season, there are things that you're not going to carry from the old season into the new season. The first thing is that you are going to have to reflect on the past season, the past year, the past way of doing things. And we are going to really reflect because lessons are laying there that we need to look and take on to the next step. So the first thing you're going to reflect on is that what was your intention on the past season, right? In this past season, in this past year, in this past age of yours, what was like your intention? The truth is that if you want to have an amazing year, you have to be intentional about it, right? So sit down, grab your book or grab your paper and write. Take the first category and go one step at a time. Take the first category of the year, which it could be your health, and then you reflect. You reflect that over this year, what has your health been like? Deeply reflect and look at it in your mental health. Were you stressed? Did you have limiting belief? What are some of the things that came up for you? Reflect on your year and you can do this by journaling. Just reflect. How did you feel on your emotional health? Did you have depression? Were you too stressed? On the physical health, did you eat right? Did you work out? Reflect on your year. So when you are reflecting on this phase of reflection, the first thing that I reflect about is the achievement. So reflect on your achievement. What did you actually achieve in terms of your health, in your relationships, in your wealth, and in your quality of life? And this could be in all the different subcategories, right? Now, the very first thing that I do is that I reflect. So I take the 4 category of my life, right? And this is my health, right? And my relationships, my wealth, and then my quality of life and purpose. So this is under each of these. For example, there are subcategories. For example, the health. Under my health, I have physical health, mental health, and emotional health. Under my relationship, I have intimate relationships. I have parenting relationship, like father-daughter, mother-daughter-child, and then I have social relationship. So this is like friends, family, and all of that. And then under my wealth, I have my business, right? I have money, and then I have maybe investment. So I have making money, I have managing money, I have investment. So under the quality of life, I have my lifestyle, I have my purpose and legacy, and then I have my spirituality. So you take each of these categories and you sit down. You're going to sit down to do this work because, so what did you actually achieve? And then the second thing that I reflect on is I actually get to be grateful for all those achievements. Now, this is where you're going to let and be compassionate about yourself, because at times Maybe if at the beginning of the year, you kind of like set intentions for yourself that way too high, or you wanted to make, let's say, $10,000, and then right now you didn't make it at the end of the year, you might put yourself on a pedestal and not be really happy with yourself because, oh, you didn't achieve the goal or you didn't attain perfection. You literally didn't create that thing that you desire. But you have to be grateful for the little achievements you have. Even if it's a 0 on 10, you have to be grateful for it. Be very grateful for your health. What is it that you're grateful? What is it that you're truly thankful? Even if it's just, oh, I was able to wake up and go to the gym. I was able to learn more about dieting. I was able to walk every day. So write down all of those things and you're going to journal, what am I really grateful for? So you're going to write down everything. And then now the next thing that you're going to reflect on is like, what worked, right? And this is where we don't really take our time. But if you can do this, you're going to set up yourself for a powerful year. What worked this year in terms of your health? What worked in terms of your relationship? What worked in terms of your wealth? And what worked in terms of your quality of life? Now, maybe what worked is that, what worked is that going to the gym every morning worked for you. Or no, you notice that going to the gym in the night worked instead. Or instead of doing with cardio exercises, you notice that weight lift, strength core training, or instead of, uh, being with your kids all the time, you notice that leaving them on their own a little kind of worked. What worked? So you want to reflect on what worked, because unless you know what works, you are not going to be able to see what to elevate in the next year. So what work is going to help you to see the things that you need to take on to the next year and the things that you need to leave behind. So write down what are the things that work on in each category and in each subcategory. The next step is that you are going to ask yourself, what didn't work? And this is where now our negative emotions can start coming in, because you might notice that, okay, what didn't work is that maybe in my intimate relationship, I didn't have good standards. People took advantage of me. I made decisions and took actions I shouldn't have taken, or I met friends that I shouldn't have made. What didn't work? What didn't work for you? And the reason why you want to get clear on what didn't work is because we want to move into the second step of this process, right? If you want to have a new year, you have to start it on an energetic reset. You can't carry the same pain, the same burden, the same regret, emotions around pain, emotions about resentment or guilt, shame, and take into a new year and you expect to have a better year. You have to start on a clean energetic sheet, clean energetic paper. And this is what the release process helped for you. So what didn't work? It could be that the things that didn't work are so many. Just write all of them down. And the way that I actually usually do this is I will write what didn't work on a separate paper. Because the truth is, I don't want to carry that same energy into the new year. And I don't want to carry what didn't work into my new year. I want to carry something new. So what work will be, okay, maybe what worked for me, for example, this year is doing strength training. What worked was walking every day. What didn't work? What didn't work was cardio, trying to do cardio. What didn't work for me, for example, was, some things that are maybe a little bit personal. So what didn't work, you're going to write it on a separate sheet of paper because it can have that emotional attachment to it. And then you want to look at what didn't work. And then you're going to sit there and emotionally release. It could be some things that you did that you're not proud of. It could be some actions that you take that there's a part of you that it feels like you're regretting, right? So what didn't work? And when on this same paper of what didn't work, you're going to go down again and you're going to actually ask yourself, what negative emotions am I carrying in my body right now as a result of what didn't work or all the things that happened last year? The truth is, anything that didn't work kind of like left you in a hurt state. And when we don't properly process these emotions and release them, they can actually get stored in our body and create emotional and energetic blocks in the next coming year. You might see yourself either repeating the same patterns without knowing, or either going in the direction that you know that you shouldn't be going. So you want to ask yourself, what didn't work? And beyond that, what negative emotions am I carrying from last year? Now you can know, you may see that, okay, I'm holding resentment. I'm holding resentment on myself that I didn't wake up and go to the gym every day. I'm holding resentment that I wasn't consistent enough. I'm holding resentment that I didn't have self-control to say no to the things that I shouldn't have said to no to. I'm holding resentment that I didn't have the emotional intelligence to withstand something. I'm holding resentment that I let other people influence determine the decisions I make in my life. I'm holding resentment that. Now, the beauty of going into this dark part of the process, this dark part of the year, and this part that is going to be uncomfortable is that you are actually going to learn lessons from it, because everything that you're currently holding resentment for, or regret, resentment, anger, pain, especially regret, the things that you're regretting that you could have done or you didn't do, is because there is actually a part of you that desire that thing, right? So what you're going to do is that you're going to release this. And if you feel like crying, cry. Like I always say, crying is very, very important. If you feel like releasing that emotion by crying. And then whatever you're doing, journaling, write down all of these things, right? And as you write them down, when the paper is done, you can take that paper, go on the outside of your house and light fire on it and burn it. And as you burn that and it's going, you release the energy. You can do this affirmation. As this goes, I release you. I release the anger from the pain. I release the anger from the deception. I release the anger from the betrayal. I release the anger from the conspiracy, or from the damage, from the regret. And I love myself and I accept myself right now. And then I agree that I'm not perfect, but I release and I let you go. And as I release you and let you go, this chapter closes. This never happened. The energy of this doesn't affect me anymore. And one of the things that you're going to do, for example, is that you're going to literally do what I also call the cord cutting exercises. There might be some people that did some things. There might be some experience that you had with some people, that there's a part of you that is feeling anger, shame, guilt, resentment about that thing. What you're going to do is that you're going to cut the cord between yourself and those people and that thing. So the way you do is that you're going to sit down, imagine that person being in front of you, and you can tell them that, hey, this is the thing that you did. And because you did this, I'm so angry. I'm so angry and it's painful. It hurt me. But in this moment, I choose to release. I choose to let you go. And I decide that I'm not taking you into my new year. And as I release and let you go, I am open to new opportunity. I forgive you. I forgive myself and I accept myself. But I release anything that no longer aligns, even if this means that you may not have to be with that person again. So when it comes to people, even experiences, even things that we did, we might notice that there are people that we don't want to carry anymore. Now, this cord cutting exercise doesn't mean that you are going to accept the people back in your life. No, it literally means that you're cutting the energy that you have been giving them, or that you gave them in this year, that maybe in some shape or form, through your anger, your pain, your shame, you are still giving them that energy. Because when you want to step into the new year and have much energy, you have to take back your energy from the people that you gave it to this year. It could be the anger you're holding from the past, the shame, the guilt, the resentment, the pain that you're still holding from all the things that you didn't do or you did, or that you experienced throughout the past year. So release all of that, let it go, surrender, do that exercise, light the fire and burn it. And as you burn it, you release the anger. And if it means crying, if it means you just putting yourself in this safe space where you can really do this deep work and release, it's going to totally change your next year. Now, the next thing after you do this release exercise is that we are going to again reflect over this release exercise and be like, okay, and now that's the second step, right? So the first step is reflection. The second step is releasing. And releasing is where you really do the work. If you keep this part, releasing, and then you're just going to carry the same thing, the same energy you had last year into the new year. But we want to do an energetic reset. So after you do the emotional release, now you're going to do physical release. Now you're going to look at the things that happened, the things that didn't work, the people that maybe didn't work, the things that you just know that you're no longer an energetic match for, and you're going to release this as well. This is going to be you're releasing friends, you're releasing conversations, you're releasing people, you're releasing, you already release the emotion, but now I'm talking about physical things. It could even be going into your closet. What are some of the things that you didn't use this year that you need to release and let go? What are some of the things that you have currently, maybe in your business, that you know are in place that you don't need? What are the things that you need to release and let go? It could be that I need to release and let go of these programs. It could be in my closet, for example, in your quality of life category. You'll be like, okay, my fashion is not going, my style is not great. Okay, I have to release this. Release, because here's the thing, as long as you enter into a new year with a lot of cargo, a lot of weight, a lot of things that are not serving you, they're actually going to block you from doing the things that are serving you, that are actually going to create the result that you desire. So check in your life, what do I need to release that is no longer serving me? What am I willing to let go of that physical things? Okay, now we're talking about physical things. We're talking about maybe people on your team. If it's in your business, we're talking about friends. If it's in your relationship, we are talking about the habits. We're talking about your closet, the things in your closet that you don't need. We're talking about your house. We're talking about your location. We're talking about the things that you're going to release and let go. So look and be like, what are the things that I currently hold or currently have that I no longer serving me, that I need to let go and I need to release because these things are not serving me. Now, when you have these things nailed down, right? When you know that, okay, this is the things that are no longer serving me, maybe in my spiritual life, these are the things that are not serving me. Again, you are going to release and you're going to make the shift by deciding either to have those difficult conversations you're avoiding, remove those clothes that you have been procrastinating, firing the team members you have been holding on to that you know that are not giving results, and literally making the change and changing the things that you know that needs changing. So you are going to lead yourself and have the grace, the courage to let go. And when you are letting go, you want to understand that each time that you're releasing and letting go of anything, it's not about removing, you're actually adding. You're adding more space and more positive energy and more productivity and more space and more, you're being open more to the things that you are an energetic match for, and letting go of the things that you know that you are no longer an energetic match for. So release and let go. So when you read after the release process, I now get into the next step process of like, okay, let's look at what we are now creating. Now we have a clean slate. Now we've let go of the things. We are grateful for what happened. We have seen our achievement. We have seen what worked. We have seen what doesn't work. We have released anything that is no longer serving us. And now we are ready for a brand new start. So how do you have the brand new start? Now, the way I do the brand new start is I go back into the last year. I see the things that worked, right? Like things that were, let's say in my business, the thing that worked is that, hey, hiring someone on this actually worked. Okay, I am actually going to focus in this new year. Okay, how can I elevate this? How can I elevate the things that work, right? So my strategy is literally like, in every area of my life, how can we do and elevate more of what worked and less of what didn't work, and what less of what didn't serve us? And this doesn't mean that the new year is going to be perfect. You're not still going to try and error and do something that doesn't work, because at the end of the day, we only learn from doing, and life is a journey of lessons, right? And as you learn and grow and evolve, you're going to learn, and along your way, you're going to see the things that work and you're going to see the things that don't work, and that is okay. So, but you're taking the things that work. Let's say what worked was that waking up every morning, dressing my bed actually worked, right? It could be as simple as that, that any time that I woke up and dressed my bed, my day was just set for success. I was motivated to work. Or what worked is that every day that I woke up and actually dressed my bed, went to the bath and sat down ready for work. Oh my God, it was a very productive day. So it's like in your quality of life and in your lifestyle, how can you bring more of that? Or it could be like, okay, in my fashion, in my style, in my outfit, what worked was that, things that are simple to wear, easy to wear, work very well. Or it could be like, okay, in my relationship, what worked was that having few friends who are actually quality work. So how can you elevate and do more of what already works, right? So you're going to look at what worked and you're going to carry it into the new year, but you're not going to do it the same way. You're going to elevate it, meaning that you're going to do it in a better way with more intentionality. And you're going to focus on doing this thing that worked and take your attention off anything that doesn't work. And you're going to give more of your energy on what works. This is the process that I call simplifying to amplify. Because when you pick the things that work from the past year, right? It could be in your relationship, the way you were dating, the way you were meeting people. It could be that, right? Then you look at, okay, this is what is actually going to work. And then with that now, knowing what worked and being ready to elevate what works, I now ask myself, okay, what is the intention? Because here's the thing. Everything has to be in alignment with the intention, right? And even when I'm doing the elevation process, most of the time I'm like, okay, what is the intention first? What is the intention for the new year? It could be that an intention for here, and I try to keep it simple. So you should keep it simple. Keep it simple. Don't try to be like, oh, my intention for the new year has to be, I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to do this. So, okay, just pick the 4 category. And in the main 4 category, have one main intention for each. So it could be that in my health intention, my intention for this year is to keep my physical health, which is maybe what I focused on last year, and focus more on my emotional health. So it could be my intention for this year is to have a regulated nervous system. Wow. So now it means that, okay, wow, my intention for this year is to have a regulated nervous system. So what are the things that didn't work last year around regulating my nervous system that I had let go of? And now let me look at the things that worked and how can I elevate these things that work around regulating my nervous system? It could be breath worked. It could be vagus nerve massages work. It could be anything, right? So you're looking at the intention, set one intention on one main category. In your health, it could be like, okay, this year, what work is that my health is okay. My physical health is okay. So I'm going to keep that going. But now in my health, I'm going to focus on my emotional health. Or this year, my intimate relationship really worked. And this year, I'm really looking to focus more on my intimate relationship or my social relationship or my parents or family relations, right? So you're going to look at one and have one big one in each category. Don't overcomplicate it, because if you have 4 main intention for each category, it's okay. So you elevate based on this intention and you align, you see all the elevation that you need to make next year and you be like, okay, which one aligns to which goals? This aligns to this aligns to this. Like, for example, nervous system regulation is going to align to my health, physical health, and it's also going to align to my money health. So this means that each time that I'm focusing on regulating my nervous system, I'm regulating for abundance and I'm also regulating for my physical health. So this is literally going to help you to stay grounded and do the thing that matter and not have your energy on attention on the things that don't matter and that you are not really wanting to create in your life, right? Now, the next thing that you're going to do after you kind of like have this intention for the next year, it's like, okay, you are going to ask yourself, what principles am I embodying? What principles am I working on embodying this year? Now, in order to know this, right, it's important that we go back a little bit. Those things that you actually release or I were angry about that happened last year, anything that create anger, obsession, resentment, shame in you is because there's a part of you that actually desire that thing. There's a part of you that desire you to embody that. I think it could be, I'm so angry or I'm so annoyed that I let other people influence my decision. So this could be that, now the principle that you are desiring to embody is being able to make so aligned decision on your own, independent decision without having anybody influencing your decision. So because you have this as a light now, you can now say, okay, the principle I'm embodying this year, I am becoming the woman who makes decisions on her own and who doesn't let other people influence her. I am becoming the woman who is self-led. Or it could be like, okay, last year I'm so resentful that I let other people eating. I couldn't control myself. I just ate the things I knew I didn't want to eat. Great. The reason why you're resented by that is because there's a part of you that desire you and knows that you are that person that actually can be and has self-control. So you're going to be like, okay, what principle am I being called to embody this year? Look at the things you were not happy about last year and look at the principle that you were being called to embody in that moment that you didn't have and make that your intention of embodiment for the next year. Because there's the thing, the reason why I didn't say, okay, what is your goal? Is like your goal is because personally, I'm not somebody who works on goals. Ghost has always felt like pressure and like too masculine for me. And what I love working with instead is energetic projection and becoming. Because if you can shift your identity, if you can embody being a new person, everything that you desire is going to come to you. So it's never really about, what are you embodying or what? It's always about, sorry, it's never really about what you have. It's about who you're becoming. So who are you going to become in this new year? Are you going to become the woman who is self-led? Are you going to become the woman who controls herself? Are you going to become the woman who is emotionally intelligent? Or are you going to become the woman who is this? So ask yourself, who am I committed to becoming in this new year of mine? Who am I committed to becoming in this new age of mine? And whoever you're committed to becoming, now do the inner work to embody that person, right? You're going to do the work now and be like, okay, this is the goal and this is what we are working towards embodiment or embodying in this new year. So this is literally like what I call your embodiment goal and what you're going to focus on embodying. And just to recap and round up, you reflect on what you're grateful for, what worked, what you achieved, and then you're so grateful for that, and you really know what worked. You reflect on what didn't work, what you are ungrateful or unhappy about, right? And then you release all that negative emotions. And then we move to the next step 2, which is releasing. You release all the negative emotion, the resentment, the anger, the shame, the guilt about the things that didn't work and that you are not happy about. And then you release the things that you no longer align to the new version or this new year that you don't want to carry forward. And then we step into the third step, which is setting new intentions in each category, in each 4 category of your life. And with these 4 intentions, now you can now embody a new person and take the things that worked and move forward with them, right? And keep building on it. So this is literally the inner work process that you do to begin your new year. Sit down, light your candles, and be in a good mood. Go to the pool. Be in an environment where you're going to be present and that feels safe, where you can cry, you can scream, you can be by yourself and do all of this inner work to set yourself up for a new year. I tell you, if you do this, next year you're going to come back and give me feedback. And you're going to come back and tell me, oh my God, this completely changed my life. And as you do this to end your new old year and begin your new year, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are if you have any question. And as always, share this for more and go click and watch other inner work videos to transform your life. I'm so happy you're here. Hit that subscribe button